Uccle or Uccle is one of the 19 municipalities located in the Brussels-Capital Region of Belgium. History. According to legend, Uckel's Church of St. Peter was dedicated by Pope Leo III in the year 803, with Charlemagne and Gerbold, Bishop of Liege, attending the ceremony. During the following centuries, several noble families built their manors and took residency here. The first mention of the name Ullesdal, now evolved into Wilvendale, dates from 1209. In 1467, Isabella of Portugal, wife of Philip the Good, Duke of Burgundy, founded a Franciscan convent on Uckel's territory. Later, Uccle became the judiciary capital of the area, including Brussels. Throughout the early stages of its history, however, the village of Uccle always had a predominantly rural character and lived mostly from the products of forestry and agriculture. At the end of the 18th century, a few years after the French Revolution, Uccle merged with neighboring territories to become a commune, with its own mayor and municipal assembly. It had to wait until 1828, however, for the Dutch authorities to allow the construction of the first town hall. This was a time of economic prosperity and growth, stimulated by the proximity to the two main roads linking Brussels to the industrial south. A newer and larger town hall was built between 1872 and 1882. Banker and philanthropist Georges Brugman contributed a lot to the urbanization of the city just before the turn of the 20th century. In the early 20th century, Michel van Gelder introduced a new breed of chicken, the Ukkel, named after the town. Despite the accelerated rate of construction that took place in the early 20th century, Uccle succeeded in keeping several of its green areas intact, which now attract many of the Brussels area's wealthier inhabitants. Lying beyond Forest and Ixelles and skirting the Forêt de Soyens, Uccle is Brussels' largest and most southerly commune. Large, 19th-century detached houses with generous gardens make this green and calm suburb a favorite with well-off expatriates, with the Art Deco area around the Royal Observatory and the fringes of the Forêt de Soyens the two most desirable addresses. Main sites. Uccle is mainly a residential area, but counts a lot of parks and forested areas, such as the Wilvendale Park and the Verwinkel Woods. Wilvendale is the site of the 1763 castle, owned by a number of notable aristocrats from the 18th to 19th centuries. The municipality is also situated to the immediate west of the Bois de la Cambrai. St. Job's Square and the area near St. Peter's Church and the Town Hall are two older parts of town, now filled with a happy mix of stores and pubs. Uccle is the site of the Belgian National Weather Station, the Royal Meteorological Institute. Any information on Belgian weather, unless region-specific, is described by the statistics recorded in Uccle. Right next door is the Royal Observatory of Belgium. Uccle Cemetery, also known as Dierweg Cemetery, was created following a cholera epidemics that afflicted Brussels in 1866. Its mixture of trees and old stones exudes a unique romantic atmosphere. Although burials ended in 1958, the grave of Helga Copyright, the creator of Tintin who died in 1983, can be found here. The Blooi Menef, a turn of the 20th century Art Nouveau villa built by architect Henry van der Velde. Nemo 33 is the second deepest indoor swimming pool in the world. Car Centre de la Fougeray, built in 1911 for the industrialist Paul Witouck by the architects Louis Zarwan Courterie and Paul Herlard. Decorated by Gustave Louis Jorms. Education. Notable residents: Armand Abel, academic and scholar of Islam; Salvatore Adamo, singer, lyricist, poet and novelist; Jean Armour, copywriter Y, born Hans Meyer, author and essayist; Sandrine Blanc, actress; Philippe Bogart, TV producer; Roger da Costa, motocross racer; Laetitia Darch, model; Jacco van Dormael, film director; Jeff Dutilleux, impressionist painter; MC Escher, Dutch graphic artist; Lara Fabian, singer; Jean-Michel Follen, artist, illustrator, painter, and sculptor; Martin Gray, Warschau Ghetto and Holocaust survivor, writer; Pierre Harmel, lawyer, politician, and diplomat; Helga Copyright, comics creator of The Adventures of Tintin; Vincent Kompany, football defender, captain of the Belgian national team; Joachim Lefos, film director; Prince Wenceslaus of Liechtenstein and Prince Rudolf of Liechtenstein, Queen Matilda of Belgium, Marianne Merches, astronaut, Axel Meschkx, professional road bicycle racer, Philippe Moreau, politician, senator, and professor of economic history, Eric Pevernigui, painter, Louis Pevernigui, painter, Eliza Copyright E. Poulasek, Miss Universe Belgium 2008, Joseph Raphael, painter, Axel Red, born Fabienne Demel, singer, Sybille de Salles-Longchamps, baroness and aristocrat, Willie Summers, crooner, Olivier Schbel, sculptor, Jacques Tits. Mathematician, Henry van der Velde, painter, architect, and interior designer. Twin Cities, Neuilly-sur-Seine, France. References. External links, official website.